So you've decided to retire to Bali. Great stuff. Beautiful place, good choice. But leasehold? You really want a leasehold? Here are some reasons why I'd just pay $5,000 to $10,000 a year and just rent a nice villa. Simple as. And let's go through the reasons. And the most obvious one is whether it's for 20 years or 50 years, the land will never belong to you. Foreigners cannot own land. It's very straightforward. The rules will never change, I promise you that. But that's only the beginning of problems should you decide to lease. So, obviously, if you lease, at the end it goes back to the original owner. But what about the original owner dies halfway through the lease or a quarter of the way through the lease? Guess what? His heirs could take you to court, decide that this was not a good deal. Who knows? They may win, because let's face it, they're Indonesian. Nothing is certain in Indonesian law, and this is the very important part of this tale. You must understand you're the underdog if anything ever goes to court. So please be aware of that. A lot of people get caught out thinking that they're on the level pegging of an Indonesian. They're not, and you're not. Double leasing has occurred, especially if you don't do due diligence. Don't just take people's word for things. You've got to find people who are in the know. And of course your lease agreement must be carefully structured to comply with local laws. Otherwise it's invalid or even unenforceable. Now many leases are done through nominee structures, which can be risky and again challenged legally. Also, leasehold does lose value during time, especially near the end of the lease. It's almost useless to you in the last 4 or 5 years, so please be aware of that. These are things that people really need to be aware of. Now, of course, you've also got freehold, and I'll talk about freehold in another video, but freehold, pretty much, I would not recommend either, for a lot of the following similar reasons. But the bottom line is, be very careful. You've retired, you've got the money, you've sold your house. Don't think it's a win-win going leasehold. And the final one, what happens if there's an earthquake? There's a fire. What happens? There's flooding. We've got major floods at the moment. Who's responsible? Really? Really? It's the landlord? I'm not so sure. You might find out that he's not willing to do any of those reservations he promised. That'll cost him maybe 100 million if it's something like an earthquake. He may decide, I'm not gonna do those renovations. I don't want to scare you. Bottom line, it's up to you. But leasehold is dangerous. You've got money, why throw it away on a leasehold? Of course, people will argue differently, and good for you if you decide to go that way. And hopefully there'll be 1 or 2 people who have leasehold who'll add to the channel. Comment positively or negatively on the aspects that you've found through leaseholding in Bali. But bottom line, if you're retiring, I wouldn't leasehold. But it's up to you. As always, bye-bye, don't be a sheep.